So, before I get carried away roasting Trevor, which is, don't lie, why we're all here, I wanted to again thank both sets of parents, Barbara, Barry, Bill, Donna, our parents. On behalf of everyone here, a very, very sincere thank you. This is, as Stacy said, absolutely incredible. I also wanted to thank all of you from out of town. So many of you that came from Buffalo made the trip. Michelle had said that there were going to be a lot of people here from Buffalo. When I saw the double-decker buses pull up, I guess I realized it was all of New York. Also, if we could, just one big round of applause for Jay. That was Jay, you kind of threw me under the bus, and watch your back because I'm coming for you. So, bridesmaids, you're kind of scattered around a little bit, but you all looked absolutely amazing. And Michelle, you look beautiful, just gorgeous. You've always had an amazing ability to light up a room with your laugh and your smile, but tonight you're just radiant and you're stunning. And if we're going to be totally honest, her beauty is actually making Trevor a tad bit more handsome than he is.
Just a little bit.
I think there comes a time in everyone's life when they meet their one true love. And that's the person that they're going to spend the rest of their life with, that will always know and love them. And for Trevor, that year was, 29 years ago when he met me. And I can tell you with all honesty that growing up, Trevor and I were really close. And we had a great childhood. And even though early on he did his obligatory big brother duties, he used to hold me down and tickle me until I peed. On more than one occasion, he convinced me I was adopted, which was actually fairly easy to do considering he looked like a child bodybuilder and I looked like my parents didn't feed me. So. But, as we got a little bit older, we shared a lot of similar interests. And, he taught me a lot. And he was always looking out for me. He taught me about cars and girls and electronics. And I looked up to him every step of the way. And I have this particular fond memory. I was probably 8 or 9. And Trevor had just helped me finish building this wooden go-kart. And we had thought of everything. We had designed it all out. It was great. We should have added brakes. But before we did any real test runs, Trevor and I hauled it up to this really tall hill in a dirt easement behind our house. And I remember being up there and we were kind of looking down at the rocks and the ruts below, and we were debating who was going to be the test pilot and play Evel Knievel going downhill in this thing. And I'll never forget what happened. Trevor looked at me and he could tell I was absolutely terrified. And as Trevor does, he gave me this real affirmative, Trevor nod. And he strapped himself in, knocked himself on the helmet, and right before he took off downhill, he said to me something he would say over and over and over again. That was, "Go big or go home." And Trevor, it didn't matter that halfway down you lost control and went into a bush. What stuck were those words, and to everyone here, they may not mean as much as they do to me, but I would continue to hear them over and over again. And it was really, really something that showed me that, in everything Trevor did, he was the most considerate and dedicated and passionate person I had ever met. Whether it was his friends, his family, his career, his hobbies, he went into everything 100%. He really showed me that the things worth doing were worth doing 110%. And meeting Michelle was no exception. So fast forward to when I met Michelle here at UCSB, and she was obviously gorgeous, she was fun, she was sincere, but I remember something else. She had this magical ability, because any of you that know Trevor really well, you know that Trevor can get in these moods where he kind of grumbles, and he kind of frowns a little bit, And it didn't matter where we were, what was happening. Michelle had this ability. She could get Trevor, she could coerce a smile or a grin, and sometimes she'd get him to laugh at his own demeanor. And I think everyone realized at that point, right away, it wouldn't be long before he would pop the question. So we moved down to San Diego, and we waited for his proposal. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And like Jay said, I'm going to be in a ton of trouble for telling that joke. But I remember I was just like an ordinary day. I was at work, and like Stacy's story, mine goes a little differently. My phone rings, I pick up, it's Trevor, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And of course I responded, "Dude, it's like 10 a.m., I'm at work, what are you doing?" And he started to tell me about where he was and what had happened, and about this magical proposal. And started to tell me about these secret flights to Paris and this amazingly romantic proposal. And I realized right away that him waiting so long, it wasn't because he was hesitant about marrying Michelle. It wasn't because he didn't know she was going to be the one. It was because he was doing it in his Trevor fashion. He was going an absolute 100% to make sure no detail. Don't cry, Michelle, you're gonna make me.
Yeah.
No detail was left unturned, and you pulled it off, Trev. No one in this room will ever be able to top that. I hate you a little bit. So I guess I just wanted to wrap up by saying that standing up here is an honor and a pleasure. But it's tricky to tell each and every one of you the way that Trevor and Michelle love each other. But Erica and I have had the privilege to live with these two, and we've had the ability to peer into some moments of their life. Moments of their life that a lot of you would never be privy to. And those moments may be laughter from the other side of the house, or a giggle, or it may be the kind of moment where you turn the corner and these two are locked in a kiss or an embrace. And it's in those moments when I tiptoe backwards out of the room so that you don't see me and I don't interrupt, I know you guys really are in love and you have found your perfect match. So, Michelle, I don't have to welcome you into our family tonight. To me, you've been family for a very, very long time. I know how happy you made Trevor, and you should have no doubt in loving you, he will give his absolute 100%. He will go big. Yeah. He will cherish and he will protect you always. He will be fully committed. Trevor, you've been a best friend and a role model, and as a brother, I've always looked up and I've admired you. You've always stuck up for me and you pushed me to succeed. I have been and I will always be your biggest fan. And even though you were occasionally a butthead and a dork, you lived up to all the advice you ever gave me. So tonight, I'm going to leave you with this. Whenever in doubt, Michelle is right, you're wrong, and you're sorry. It gives me so much pleasure to have you all join me in a cheers and a toast to an amazing couple, my brother and my new sister. I wish you all of the happiness you two undeniably deserve. I love you. Congratulations.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Woo.